If every night before falling asleep you imagine that you're already living an amazing dating life, then one day you will start to unintentionally do certain things in your world that causes women to actually come in your life, because your imagination is going to compel you to move in new ways so that you get what you desire. At this point, you lose free will, and your own wonderful human imagination drives your life. I make these videos for my past self who used to go out in order to cold approach women so that he can attract them. I want him to understand that there is a better way, because most men think that they need looks, money, status, social skills, game techniques in order to attract women. But they do not know that our imagination is always creating our personal reality. And I understood this during COVID lockdown. At this time, I was dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and some days I felt like I just did not want to exist in the world anymore. I felt like my whole life was already predetermined by my past traumatic experiences and genetics. But by complete accident, I found this book called The Biology of Belief. This book introduced me to an idea that my emotional state is always either upregulating or downregulating my genetic expression, which means my body, my biology is subject to my own mind. When I learned this information, I immersed myself in the study of mind body connection. And all the experts of mind body connection were telling me the exact same thing, which is my mind not only influences my body, but it is actually influencing my whole physical reality, the life circumstances, the life events, life situations, people that come in my life are all getting influenced by my own mental activities. This idea was not just interesting to me, it could actually explain my whole life, because when I looked back, whenever I was drowning in the emotion of negativity or guilt for a sustained period of time, all of a sudden my life went to crap. Relationships started to become chaotic. People used to treat me bad, and life felt like one big problem after another. Conversely, when I used to feel happier, confident, light, life used to feel easy. Relationships flowered, and people used to be nice towards me. So this was not coincidence, this was not random. I figured that whatever goes on inside of my own internal world of thoughts and feelings always shows up in my external world. When I understood this, I stopped going out in order to cold approach women and attract them. I stopped reading all these weird psychology books in order to fix my mental health issues. Instead, I simply learned how to change my inner world. I learned how to meditate correctly. And when I did that, all these annoying mental health issues started to lose their grip on me, and my dating life became effortlessly easy. So, when you hear the word meditation, you do not have to think of some guy who is sitting at the top of mountains, wearing yellow robes, doing hand mudras, and breathing heavily. Meditation is the way to witness how powerful your imagination is. Meditation teaches you that our physical personal reality is an illusion, because it can be completely controlled by our own imaginal activities. Now, let me tell you a slightly uncomfortable fact about this world. There are three levels of men that are present in our world. The first level is what I like to call the uninitiate NPC. This guy does not know that he has a vast amount of power within himself. He gives his power away to his external circumstances. He reacts to the external circumstances. He thinks that his life events, life situations, and people in his life are the cause of his negative emotions. He thinks that looks, money, status, social skills are required to attract beautiful women. This is why his dating life sucks forever. The sad part is most men never ascend from this level to level 2. However, if life decides to initiate this guy, Maybe by exposing him to these kinds of videos, he has a chance to ascend to level 2. The level 2 man is what I like to call the awakening creator, because he now starts to awaken to the fact that he has all this vast power within himself. He does not need to seek help in his external world. He can simply use his imagination and feelings to control his life circumstances. He learns how to meditate. He learns how to visualize wonderful things happening to him. He learns how to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, thrill. But the problem is, after his meditation session is over and he opens his eyes, he immediately starts to become desperate. He starts checking his phone to see if that girl has texted him back or not. However, there is the third level of men, and this is where you should aspire towards. This level is what I like to call the master alchemist. This guy knows that feeling is the secret. He has learned the art of Yoga Nidra. If you do not know what Yoga Nidra is, it is a process where you guide your attention through your body parts until your body achieves a state of relaxation. Your breathing rate slows down, your brain waves slow down, you get an access to your subconscious mind, you are connected to the generous eternal present moment. The master alchemist knows how to provide all the sensory vividness to his visualization act. He can vividly imagine that the dating life he wants is already his. He can visualize that the girl he wants is already in his arms. She is already complimenting him, saying things like, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky to have you in my life." He can even smell the perfume on these beautiful women's bodies inside of his own mental drama. His brain starts to believe that all these wonderful things are happening to him in real time. He convinces himself of the truth of this imaginal act because he can provide all the sensory vividness to his mental drama. He has a disciplined attention, so he mentally rehearses this imaginal act over and over again until he starts to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, and thrill. He can sustain these elevated emotions for a long period of time because the longer he can be in this elevated mood, the faster he convinces himself of the truth of his imaginal act. Then his imaginal act must get externalized into his physical reality because that is a spiritual law. He understands the concept of Maya. Yogis have always called our physical reality as Maya. Maya means illusion because our physical reality is shaped by our own mind. The best part is, after his meditation session is over, he is not desperate. He simply lets go. He lets the world reshuffle itself until whatever he has visualized actually materializes in his physical reality. He confidently expects that all of his imaginal acts must happen in his life. Now, if you're listening up to this point, you belong to one of two categories of guys. The first one is you understand everything in this video intellectually, but you go back to your life and you repeat the same old pattern. The second guy, you are ready to let your nervous system experience what it is like to become a master alchemist. If you're the second guy, listen to me carefully. I have created something called the emotion pill, not as content, not as motivation, but as a guided meditation experience. This experience is going to put you into the exact state that I have described. You are going to notice that your body has relaxed, your breathing rate has slowed down, your analytical, chattering mind has stepped aside, and you are able to generate all these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, thrill without any effort. the best part is you will come out of this meditation complete and whole and satisfied, because only this feeling of satisfaction, not desperation, is going to rearrange your reality completely. I have kept this experience paid on purpose, because free information is going to create spectators, but a paid experience creates true transformation. So, if you want this 6-minute guided meditation experience, emotion pill, just send me a text in my Gmail that is present in the pinned comment section down below. Write me emotion pill and I will provide you all the details. Now, I also offer one-to-one personalized premium coaching for a few men who are ready to upgrade their dating life in the fastest rate possible. These men have already gotten some sort of monetary success in their life. They have already applied all the superficial advice that society likes to give to men. They have gone out, cold approached women. They have worked on their confidence. They have upgraded their social skills. But they have come to realize that real attraction can only happen from your internal state. So, if you want to work with your subconscious mind, your imagination, your attention, your emotions, and you want to change your self concept at a root level so that your attraction towards girls becomes effortless and natural, this coaching is for you. Send me a text in the Gmail and we will get started quick.